What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph growing in zone 6B. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. So it's been about 5 or 7 days since I popped on and made a video, but that does not mean I have not been busy. If you are new to my channel, you may not know that I'm a small space gardener growing in Ohio zone 6B. I grow on about 520 or so square feet. And I try to maximize every bit of the space in my garden along with every dollar that I have. So, since the last video where I talked about, saving on fertilizer, I have some updates, y'all. So, I thought I would pop on this camera real quick and just, show y'all what I'm growing, show y'all where I'm at with my seedlings, let y'all know what my plans are, and just give y'all some updates, all the things. So, let's get into it, y'all. So if you're new with me, you will not recognize this growing space, but this is a growing space that I have. I have 3 shelves now. So I have these shelves and I have this shelf. I have added, before I get into these plants, some additional grow lights. So this one goes all the way across. It's about 5 feet. I have it connected by a chain going all the way up. And the nice thing about these grow lights is that they all connect and plug into each other. You see the plugs and then the plugs over there. So all of these plug into each other. I have it here as well. And don't mind that drippage on my wall. And I have it mounted into the ceiling just like that. So, I have 4 of these going across. So, I have that. So, the next thing I'll show you guys is where I'm at. So, I did start my tomatoes. It is March. I have started some of my tomatoes. I won't say that I've started all, but I've started some of my tomatoes. We'll start with this shelf here. These are my Roma containers. These are the determinate variety. I just started these on February 26th, so of course they haven't done anything yet. And look, there's an onion seed popping up through there, and if it makes it, I'm going to put it over there with my onions. In the back, I got an Amish paste. Over here, I got my beefsteaks. And this is some dwarf kale, curly kale, which I started on 216. You can see it's already got a second set of leaves. I've just been rubbing my hand across it like this, trying to keep it sturdy. Now, I got leeks here, right here, which are doing well. I started these on January 16th. These are probably one of the first things that'll go out because leeks are very cold hardy, and you can go ahead and put them outside. Funny story about these leeks. I dropped the whole tray upside down, y'all. I did, and y'all know I had a fit. And so that's why you can see that some of them have crooked stems here. You see that broken stem? But guess what? I'm going to go ahead and plant them out anyway and see what they do. I'm sure they'll be just fine. And then I have a whole nother tray of leeks right here, which are doing great. Now, way back there in the back, I'm going to circle around here. Well, first of all, I have some tomato heirloom rainbow variety. So these ones here are potato leaf. Right here I have one little, y'all see that right there? That's one little lemongrass. I love me some lemongrass, y'all. I planted this lemongrass last year. Had to make sure. I started this on 2/24. And this lemongrass does very well in my yard in Ohio. The rosemary is still quite small in the back. And I have an Abe Lincoln tomato right here that I also started on I started that one on 2/27. So, and I started this rainbow variety on 2/27 as well. Now, y'all see that? Y'all probably don't. You probably can't see these peppers. But in this tray is some peppers. Y'all see them? I am about to pull that out. Those are habaneros. I have not grown habaneros before, So I'm going to try something a little bit hotter. And then down here, I am in the process of bottom watering. These are my herbs. I started these on when? This mullein 2/1, February 1st. I started some mullein. It's time to pot up this mullein. And I'll show you why. So these have some roots coming out of the bottom. You probably can't see that, but I'm trying to get a good picture. Anyway, you probably can't see it, but there are roots coming out the bottom and they're starting to swirl. So I got to get this mullein out of here. It does look very healthy, but I got to get it out of there. Same thing with this comfrey here. I got to get this comfrey out of here. This is dripping water because it's bottom watering, but the roots are coming out the bottom. Y'all see that? So my project for this evening is to pot that up, and so that it will not start to twirl. Now, these are my peppers. These I'm gonna say these are my mystery peppers, because you know what, y'all? I don't know what they are. These were peppers seeds that I saved from either last year, which were probably mostly sweet peppers, but there could be some cayenne or jalapenos in here. But these are for pepper seeds that I saved. And when I saved my pepper seeds, I didn't do a good job with labeling. But you can see, I potted these up into this size container, and that's where they'll live. But look, even with this one, see if I can show you. You see that root hanging out the bottom? I may have to go ahead and pot that up again. I mean, they look healthy, but these suckers, when I say they're growing, y'all, they're growing. I thought this container would be okay, but I really don't want them to get root bound. And with that root hanging out like that, I want to go ahead and pot that up. Let me see if any more are doing that. Yep. See these roots? They're coming out the bottom. So, thought these would be okay for these peppers, but maybe it'll be time to make a change and pot these up into solo cups if they are getting away from me. These right here are more of my mystery peppers. They are doing very well. This soil right here, it's starting to dry out a little, but it still has some time to go. But those right there are doing well. Not as well as the other ones though, but they doing well. And then this bottom, let me show y'all what's exciting. Let me move this so y'all can see. These are my sweet potatoes. I've had them on a heat mat. Now, if you look real close, y'all see that? Here we go. Here we go. And that actually looked like a volunteer pepper right there. And guess what, y'all? I ain't gonna leave it. If it want to grow, I'm gonna leave it. This one here is not doing anything yet. But the other one is, and this is a store-bought potato. So, and it is getting ready to give me some slips. So in a few months, I'll be ready to go with that. That's looking good. And down here, I ain't gonna turn this light on, but this is just my geraniums. Geraniums. I got a couple sweet bananas right here. 3 right there. Some Cubanelles in the back. And then some of these haven't done anything yet. Like this one here. This is Feverfew. It ain't did nothing. This jalapeno ain't did nothing. That's old seeds though. And then right over here, these Cubanelles, I got 2. Oh, there go a third one. I got 3. And maybe I'll get some that'll pop up on the other side. But for Cubanelles, 3 is probably enough for me anyway. So that's fine. These are mild jalapenos. So I haven't grown these before either. These are getting a little leggy, as you can see. So, but the germination rate has been very good. There's a couple that haven't popped up yet, but I suspect that they will. Um, I'm curious to see how mild these are. If they're like jalapenos, which I haven't had before, or if they are like like just a mild spice. So we'll see. And then down here, it's more geraniums. I'm letting them bottom water and get fertilized. So I got water soluble fertilizer in here, but they're doing well. See, they're doing well. This is the time of year. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Let me show y'all the rest. So over here, got my asparagus ferns for my asparagus patch. Excited about that. Got my onions here. Uh-oh, knocked my plant tag out. These are white sweet onions, which I am grateful to have. I trimmed it. Now, these white sweet onions, y'all, I trimmed these probably a week ago, and they are growing back like grass. So I had never trimmed my onion seedlings before, but I wanted to see if it would make a difference, and I think it does. I'm not going to let them get real tall, because I think they're doing better, and they develop a better root system if I trim them. So I'm going to leave them in here until they're ready to go out. And then up here are my brassicas. So they looking good. A few of them are leggy, but that's okay, because my brassicas, while I don't plant them real deep, I do plant them a little. I plant the stem a little deep when I put them outside. And so that's okay. Some didn't survive, like that one didn't survive. There's a couple down here that I don't know what that's doing. Don't look like, you know what, I'm going to thin that one out. Might as well thin, right? A little bit while I'm in here. I'm going to thin that one out. Give them some space to do the thing. And, yeah, so these are purple sprouting. I got some Desecchio broccoli, Waltham broccoli, snowball cauliflower. This is a snowball early, so this one will mature faster than this one. Some Napa cabbage, Copenhagen, and this red acre, as you can see, it didn't do nothing at all. So this red acre was from older seeds. I'm not surprised it didn't germinate, because those seeds just don't, for whatever reason. It's cool. I got some more red acres that are fresh seeds, so I can start some of those. Now down here, this is looking leggy. Y'all see this? This ain't doing well, y'all. These ones here, it's not doing well. So these should probably have been closer to the light, more like that, relative to the light, than right here. But we'll see if they make it. Like this here, it's leggy. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all of these out, and I'm going to pot them a little deeper, and they'll be fine. So that's Brussels sprouts. A couple of those popped up right there. One back there. This is my purple top turnips. I got some lacinato kale, some red Russian kale, some spinach. Here's a quick tip about this spinach, y'all. And I know there's been a couple of people. I'll get this seed off later. Oh, there it is. There's been a couple people who have asked me about germinating spinach and talked about how difficult it is. And you know what made the difference for me? Soaking those seeds. I did. You can soak them a few hours to overnight. And look, this spinach popped right up. 3 plants, 4 plants. So I'm hoping this whole row pops up with the spinach. But that's what has made a difference for me. And then I got some yarrow going right here. Yarrow, I'm excited about. That's the first year I've had that pop up. And then This is purple coneflower. It hasn't done anything yet, but I'm not too worried about it because if I don't get any, I have plenty outside already. That's a perennial. Some coleus, which is just starting to do something. See if I can show y'all. Y'all see that? That's coleus. It's popping up. I love having coleus in my yard. Some pansies that haven't done anything yet, but they did very well last year, so I'm hopeful. Sweet William. Geraniums. More geraniums. Yep, more geraniums. They just grow so easy, y'all. Couldn't help myself. Some chrysanthemum. And some rubbed off tag, which I have no idea what that is. Yep, don't know what that is. So, whatever that is, I'm putting it in the garden. But, oh, you know what that is? Marigolds. So, the thing about marigolds, here's a tip about marigolds. Marigolds need light to germinate. Okay, so, if you are planting marigolds, you can sow them on the surface and they will germinate just like that. See how this is popping up like this? You might not be able to see that. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. So y'all see that? Can y'all see that right there? How that's popping up? So I surface sowed these marigolds. And here's the thing. When these plants start popping up like this, you got to put them close to the light. Like, close. Like, it looks like it's too close. So, see how my hand is? Up here, something like that would be ideal. So, maybe about an inch, and that's it. So, moving over here, none of this stuff is labeled, and I'm going to tell you why. I was bottom watering, right, y'all? Here go the story. And I left my container open, and I have a cat. I know people are not cat fans, but I am. Because guess what? I ain't never had no mice. But here we go. And so anyway, I was bottom watering. My cat then ripped these plant tags out while I fell asleep. Now, I've been smart about it and covering now because I don't like that. Don't do me wrong. But anyway, I got some giant red mustards, some purple trees, again, purple tree collards, some Georgia collards, some southern giant collards. Y'all see a tree in here, collards. Some kohlrabi. All of these started on 219. These some white turnips, celery, Utah, which I don't see no celery popped up. I bet you that's this tray right here with nothing in it. Some red acre and some cilantro. So that's what I got going in this tray. And hopefully most of these I'll be able to tell what they are once they get going. But for right now, y'all, I don't know. I have no idea. So anyway, moving on up. Got some more onions. These are supposed to be ruby reds. And I'm going to say supposed to be because they don't look red to me. They look white. But they supposed to be ruby reds. Whatever kind of onion they is. Y'all know I'm going to use it. And then up here, I got some additional sweet peppers. All of these sweet peppers are for sale. I planted old seeds here just to see if they would germinate. But I didn't want this tray to be a waste. So I planted some newer seeds here. And these ones germinated. And those ones didn't. So those seeds may not be any good. And in all fairness, old seeds do work. But it depends on how they were stored. And so if they weren't stored well, it could be that they are not germinating because they didn't store well. Now, y'all know that ain't it. I done went to the store. I'm going to tell you what I did. Tell you how I'm living. I bought some more strawberries, y'all. These are bare root. So, bare root strawberries, you leave the crown here. This part of the bare root, you don't plant. You leave that crown, and what you plant is just the root only. And if you do plant the crown, you will not have no strawberries. Now I went on vacation, and I let these dry out. So some of these is looking suspect. Like that one, it looked like it ain't gonna make it. That one over there, right here, look like it might not make it, but they may bounce back. We'll see. And then I got some volunteer something right here, which I always think is funny. But I got these from Home Depot, and the reason that I bought these, I have plenty of strawberries, but I only have June bearing, and I wanted some ever bearing. And then this one looked like it might be dead or dying, but then there's some greenage in the middle, so we'll see. The reason that I bought these is because these are ever bearing, and I only have June bearing. And June bearing are great for getting a large crop all at once, and they are very prolific. They produce a lot, and you can they are good for preserving, but for fresh eating, you want to have well, I won't say you want to have. I want to have everbearing so that I can have them all summer long. I bought another Concord grape here. That came from Home Depot as well. And all of these were $10. This was $10. 10 bare roots for $10. And then this here is a hardy kiwi. So this one, it was bare root as well, and I put it in there. And here's the thing, y'all, about Home Depot. If this stuff didn't grow, save your box. If it don't grow, take it back, and they will exchange it for you, or they will give you, I don't know what that is in there. They will give you something else. And then the last thing I did is I started chitting some sweet potatoes. Now, here's the thing. I was looking for my package. I was going to show y'all. I don't buy no seed potatoes. And this is why. Matter of fact, let me get up so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Y'all bear with me. I don't buy no seed potatoes because I don't feel like you get enough for what they charge. I'm going to show y'all what I always have done. Because y'all know I'm always trying to save $1. And guess what, y'all? I got an abundance of potatoes last year. Even the sweet potatoes that I showed you, they are not organic. And I know people are not going to like that. But it was easy. And sometimes I have to take the path of least resistance. You know what I did? I went on across the street to the grocery store. Right across the street from my house. And I got me some sweet potatoes. And I put them in the dirt. And they did just fine. But at any rate, this is, to me, is a perfect size for a potato that you want to chit. And this one, it already has a little eye right there. So it's already started the process. It's going to have another eye right here. And you know what I got? They come like 12 in a pack, in a package like this. This is how they sell them, for $2.86. So I bought 2 of those. Didn't I? Or 3 of those. Nope, I bought 2 of those. And that cost me about almost $6. And I got 24 potatoes, seed potatoes, for $6. Well, when I priced it out at Home Depot, those you get about 4 or 5 seed potatoes in a bag for like $4. So 24 for 6, 6 for 4. 24 for 6, 6 for 4. You see where I'm going with that? Now, I ain't telling you what to do with your money. But what I am saying is, my potato harvest was on point last year. So I have these. I also had a whole bag of red potatoes that I got from a free produce distribution in my area. Them potatoes, I think, were locally grown, and they had already started to chit. Every single one of them. So guess what? Now I got a whole thing of red potatoes, and I got 24 small white potatoes. And guess what? You know how much it cost me? $6. That's it. I don't even got to buy no soil this year. Because guess what? I got soil from last year. So see how you can save a few dollars, y'all. Save yourself a few dollars. And in addition to that, when I went ahead and I purchased those strawberries, the hardy kiwi plant, and the Concord grape, I went ahead and I researched. It comes in a box like this. Concord grape cost me $11. I make wine. Guess where my wine comes from? Concord grapes. They may not give me grapes this year. It may not give me grapes next year. It may not even give me grapes the third year. But by that fourth year, if I do right, and I don't kill the dang on thing, which Concord grapevines are really hard to kill. Because my grandmother used to have them in her backyard. And they didn't hack them things down a million times. And they still just kept coming back. Grape jelly. Grape wine. And so, you got to think ahead of, what you're going to spend your money on. If you're going to splurge on something, do what makes sense. Like, I got some brewing on Facebook Marketplace right now, y'all. I caught me a deal. I sure did. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? I'm going to show y'all that on the next video. Anyway, y'all take care. Got that. Got my... Drop that box. Got my hardy kiwi right here. Here's the thing about hardy kiwi. You need 2 of these hardy kiwis unless it is a variety that is self-pollinating. I already have one hardy kiwi outside that I ordered from, I believe, Stark Brothers last year. It came 2 in a pack. No, I didn't. I ordered them from Home Depot, and I ordered them in the middle of the winter. And sometimes they'll sell you this stuff in the middle of the winter, banking on the fact that you don't know how to keep it alive until it's time to go outside. And the thing about it is, if you just stick it in some dirt, just like I did with what I showed you, put it on some light, it'll stay alive. It will. And so anyway, one of my hardy kiwis didn't survive because I didn't do the right thing with it, y'all. I didn't. But I bought me a self-pollinating one to go with the one that I have. And so I'll have some kiwi fruit eventually. So, invest in your perennials. Keep it simple, y'all. Get out there and plant something. Anything, get prepared. It's going to be nice in Ohio in about a week. If you did not do that garden cleanup, I'm talking to you. Let me put this box down. You right there. If you did not do that garden cleanup last fall, you know who you are. This week, it's going to be nice. If it's 40 degrees or above, you can get out there and put some fertilizer, sprinkle a little fertilizer in them beds, do that garden cleanup. You ain't got to be out there all day. Just do a little bit. Do a little bit at a time. Anytime it's nice, you got about an hour or so, 30 minutes, get out there and do something. And that way, when it's come May, when it come April, and it's time to do the fun stuff, you ain't like, dang, I got to do all this garden cleanup. I ain't took down these old tomato vines from last year. I ain't put no fertilizer in these beds. I ain't did that. Because it's done. A little bit at a time, y'all. Y'all with me? Because I've been out there already. I'm telling you, I've been out there already. I done swept up. I ain't do much. I swept up, though. And so, that's going to do it. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. It's March. It's time to put some seeds down. Get your seeds going. And, yeah, I'll see y'all on the next video. Take care and bye for now.